Hello, 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 beautiful people. Hello, world. This is Brother Ron Dean, the proud owner of C1 Corp LLC, the Neck and Neck Market and Grocery Store, Four Seasons Travel, C1 Corp Computer Repair, Dean Staffing and Recruiting Agency, one of the owners of all of these businesses, me and my beautiful wife. My theme for today is I don't want nothing that is easy. I don't want nothing that is easy. Anything that is easy to gain, easy comes, easy goes. On this morning, when I was getting ready to leave home, I forgot my keys. And as I was headed out the door, I realized I didn't have my keys because I have to lock the door. And I had to go and get my keys. But I was thinking about that. Keys opens up everything. It opens it or it locks it. And God has given us keys to his kingdom. And in order for me to leave with securing the house, securing my home, I had to lock the door. Because if I didn't have the keys, I could not have locked the door and leave. Unless I had someone inside to lock it for me. So I had to get my keys. And when I got my keys, I locked the door and I left. Now, I was going to the business. In order for me to get inside my businesses, I had to have the keys. And if I didn't have those keys, I could not have gotten in those businesses, even though I own them. So keys are very important to open in or lock in doors. You have to have the right keys to put in the right doors to either open them or lock them. Or if you don't, they will not open or lock for you. I said again, I don't want nothing that is easy. I want it hard. Because if it's hard, there's not a lot of people who want to go that route. Because most folks want it easy. I don't want it easy. I don't want to go where everybody's gonna go. I don't want to be in a place where everybody's gonna be. I want to be in a place, and I want to go in a place where there are extraordinary people. I want to hang around eagles. I want to hang around lions. I want to hang around people that is going places and doing stuff. I want to hang around world changers. I want to hang around people that when you see them, the minute you see them, you start smiling. The minute you see them, you get excited. The minute you see them, you get energy from them because you know the type of cloth they cut from. I don't want to be around people who murmur and complain. I don't want to be around people who talk about this is too expensive or this is too much or whatever. I don't want to be around no crab mentality. I don't want to be around no bunch of folks acting like a victim, sounding like a victim. No. I don't want to be around people where it's just negative energy, negative talks, negative thoughts, negative music, negative movies. Anything that is negative, I don't want to be around with. I don't want to be associated with. I don't want to be around time wasters. I don't want to be around people who don't value time. I don't want to be around people who don't value relationships. I don't want to be around no one who act like, woe is me, like they're the victim. Every time you see them, they ain't got nothing positive or good to say. Every time you see them, they negative. They will drain all the, they will kill your battery. They will drain you. If you see negative people, they come on where you go the next way, man. You know. Man, There's practical and there's theory. A lot of people got that theory down packed, man, but when it comes to that practical, they ain't practicing what they preaching. They preaching, but they ain't practicing what they preaching. I look in the mirror every day. And what are the barriers and the challenges that I'm faced with, like everybody else? I take those barriers and those obstacles and I make them stepping stones. Barriers and obstacles is good for you. They will allow you to grow. They will show you where you are. You understand? There's some people, right? Every time you see them, they're happy, they're having fun and all the other stuff. Man, when it comes down to solving problems and you want stuff get done, that ain't no time for them people around, man. You understand? You want people around who, when a problem evolve or arise, they got solutions. You want problem solvers. That's what you want. You understand? So, man, I don't care what you've been through in your past life. I don't care what happened to you. Everything you've been through that's hard, that should have been good for you, because it helped prepare you for this time if you take advantage of it. You take advantage of the pain that you've been through. You take advantage of everything that you've been through. You learn from it, you grow from it, and you progress. You understand? Let life lesson be your teacher. Don't make the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. I'm in a place in my life where I've never been before. Never. I mean, I've been there because God's ended before he begins it. So in the spirit realm, I've already been there. But in the natural realm, I haven't. God is so awesome. And there's nothing like a great partner, a great spouse, a great friend, a great relationship. Them common ones. I mean, not those common ones, but them uncommon ones. There's a saying out there, someone is 1 in a million. My wife is 1 in a billion. And there's almost 8 billion people out there. So my wife is so special. She's 1 in a billion. And my wife is not perfect by any means. But you know what? Man, she's perfect for me and I'm perfect for her. We make each other better. You know what I'm saying? We difference in certain areas, but in most of the areas we are so much alike. We are connected in the way we think. The way we think. My wife is a leader. She is not a follower. I'm not saying she don't follow, but she is a leader. So she's not just going to go along to get along or just go with the flow if the flow is not correct. And I'm the same way. I have no problem in speaking up or speaking out for nothing. You understand? I don't care who you are in life. You could be wrong 22 times in a day, which is a broken clock is right twice a day. And if you was a broken clock and you right twice a day, and you right, man, I gonna say you right. But we know the other 22 hours you gonna be wrong. But at least in those 2 hours, the clock is right. So if the clock right, the clock right. So it doesn't matter who the person is or whatever you say. If you say something, you right when you say it, you right. But man, God is amazing. And when people look at other people's success, right? Everybody go through crisis. Everybody go through something. But you know what winners does? They go through. You know what the losers does? They park right there. They murmur, they complain, they talk about the woe is me. They act like they're the only ones that go through something in life. When that is not the case. Everybody going through something. But how you go through or how you handle the situation that you're in will determine your success or failures in life. You know, my wife told me, my wife said, babes, I am so happy that you never gave up on marriage, even though I failed in the past. Failure for me is not an option. Quitting for me is not an option. No matter what I go through, I'm going to be the last man standing. When I say I'm a problem solver, that's who I am. I am a problem solver. When I see problems, I'm solving it. I don't be complaining about it. I want the problem so I can solve them, so I can get my raise, my promotion, my money, or whatever entails for solving a problem. There's rewards in solving problems. You understand? You know, people eat their seeds every day. I ain't trying to eat no seeds, because if you eat the seeds, you can't get a harvest. So I would rather plant my seeds, wait a while for my harvest. So it just happens to be harvest time. It happens to be reaping season. And when you know who your source is, and when you got that great partner, man, you know, I'm living my best life right now. I'm living my best life right now. My wife is living her best life right now. And you know, God is ultimately the author and the finisher of our faith. God is ultimately behind everything. But me and my wife connecting and coming together, man, knowing who my wife is and knowing who I am, man, we are world changers. You understand? I'm not for everybody. If you lazy, you ain't about nothing, you ain't encouraged by nothing, I would irritate you. You understand? If you have low self-esteem and all this other stuff and all this other stuff, man, I would irritate you. Because you looking at things with the wrong lens. I'm looking at things through the lens of Christ. The finished work of the cross. Because God finished it. So he need you to start so you can get your end. Because if you never start, you ain't going to get your finish, regardless of what Christ did. You know, sometimes it looks like me, I'm fearless. Like, everybody got a little measure of fear. And if you don't have a little measure of fear in you, you're a fool. But even if you have to do it afraid, you do it. You understand? You do it. You know, I have up days, down days like everybody else. But one thing I don't do is let my up or my down days dictate what I do. Because regardless of how I feel, I'm going to do what needs to be done, and then some. When it comes to work, you ain't going to work me. When it comes to lasting, you ain't going to last me. No, I'm everything that God ever promised me before I go home to glory or the rapture, I will receive everything and then some. Me, myself, my wife, my family. I'm leaving a legacy. I'm leaving generational wealth. I'm leaving this planet, Earth, better off because I passed through. My wife the same way. We're not victims. We are victors. And there's nothing that we can't do. And there's nothing that you can't do if you put your mind to do it. God put greatness inside you, man. Go out and be great. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Ron. Good morning, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
All is well, man.